Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to BTS2. We've got our last game of the night coming up. It is LGD versus TongFu. What's
It's
going
not the
on?
last round, though. There's
No,
still one
there's
more game
well,
after this round.
there's like a half round. There's two more games, I think. One that will be on BTS1 and one that will be on High Ground. The High Ground guys might move it to BTS2. It's kind of undecided. It has to do with that opening. That first game went really, really, really long. Like
They're
1 hour.
thrilled to cast more Dota.
1 hour 15 minutes or 1 hour 20. It was some absurd.
It was way
amount of
longer than
time.
an hour 15.
Yeah,
It was like 115 minutes.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant to say. 115. I'm succumbing to the illness.
100
Suns
minutes
fan
does not
infected
equal
me.
1 hour.
You're right. 115 minutes. So that's almost 2 hours of gameplay. Redonkulous. So the schedule's gone crazy, but this is the last match that's on our schedule for BTS2. Either way, we've got LGD versus TongFu. Merlini, any thoughts before we hop into the draft? LGD should be pretty heavy favorites coming into this one.
Yeah, they look okay. They don't look amazing.
Okay. Yeah, but over TongFu, they're...
I have not seen TongFu in
I haven't seen them super recently, but when I last saw them in WPC, they were looking a little rough.
72-28. I don't know anyone in the line except for Kabu.
I think that based on their results in WPC, I think that sounds pretty fair. 75-25, that's about what I would give it.
Who the heck is TongFu? I don't know. I did not do my research for this team, but
Merlin.
should I have? Probably not. They're 2-2. They're doing okay. Who did they beat?
Yeah, they do not.
They beat CMB and CIS, so no impressive victories there.
Yeah.
They lost versus Orenda. Yikes.
Yeah.
And they lost versus Dreamtime. Dreamtime lost as expected, though, so I don't have high hopes for TongFu. Hopefully they prove me wrong.
Yeah.
LGD, they are the only undefeated team.
3-0, baby.
I know. They almost lost to CDEC, though.
Are they 4-0 now? Did they just win another game, or is this updated?
Who
One thing I
knows?
don't like about these standings.
I'm pretty sure they're undefeated, though.
Yeah, I believe they are. Let's hop into our draft, though. Let's talk about this. We've got a watermelon on the field. TongFu, they're on the dire side. They grab Dazzle and Tide Hunter. They are not tagged up properly. They're all labeled as stand-ins,
They're the
which
dire.
is kind of ironic. But yeah, they're the dire. That is Team TongFu. And, of course, on the Radiant side, we've got LGD. They grab Marauder Wraith King, the dubious duo, as I've liked to call them.
Dubious.
They're rather dubious.
They're not dubious.
They're running around. They're killing people. They're sneaky. What does dubious mean again?
Oh, you don't know what dubious means.
Didn't we
Dubious means
Google this one?
Dubious means questionable.
Yeah, they're... Oh, yeah. Okay.
So dynamic duo.
Yes, we've been over this. This
We
is
have been
deja
over
vu.
this. They are not dubious.
Yeah, they really aren't dubious.
They're dedicated, dynamic, disciplined.
They're flexible. That's what's so great about these two as an opener. They can both carry. They can both play support. One of them can offlane.
Wraith King can jungle.
Wraith King can jungle. Hard to draft against. In
They
terms
can.
of
They
what
actually
gonna
can't
do.
both carry. They're like really weak carries.
Well, we see a lot of teams run Murata and Wraith King as position
Yeah,
one. I
I
mean,
know.
teams are doing it right now.
That doesn't mean that they're good. That doesn't mean they can. They like the air quote can carry.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, statistically, we've just seen a lot of it.
Oh yeah.
That's all really all I'm getting at.
But they don't actually carry. They might be in the carry of this team. But they don't carry.
Okay.
His
yeah.
turn
I mean,
to
They do
pick.
win games though.
Murata ain't no Spectre. That's for darn sure.
She is not.
Yeah, she certainly isn't. But the interesting first picks from TongFu there, Dazzle and Tide Hunter. I wonder how they're going to run this Tide.
I don't understand what to do.
Are they going to offlane him? Are they going to support him? I hope
Probably.
it's not a position 4 Watermelon.
I
Because I,
think
don't dig.
position 4 watermelon is not very good. Position 5 is even worse. He's
Position 5, yeah, that's...
he should be like
10
3 or
seconds
2.
remaining.
Usually 3, I'd say though.
Yeah, I think so.
Off lane or
5
mid.
seconds
Yeah.
remaining.
And they will grab a TA here with their third pick.
T is so easy to counter. I don't like drafting her this
Reserve
early
time.
in the draft.
Yeah, LGD may opt for a Viper. Bat Rider's already been banned out. What else is really scary against TA here?
Even here, like Razor is decent.
Razor.
Viper is probably the best.
Yeah. Viper's your go-to unless you're Fear. He really hates Viper with a passion.
What do you do when you want to shut down a TA then?
I don't know.
In a one-on-one.
That's a good
OD's
question.
okay.
I wish Fear was here for me to ask him. Yeah, OD's all right, I guess.
Dazzle even decent.
Yeah, too bad he's already been picked up. I don't know about Razor right now. I mean, he's okay in the context of countering TA, but in general,
He's alright.
yeah, he's okay. I think there's, wow, LGD pick a
Dire
puck
It can be off
into
lane,
the
but
TA. Yeah, that's true. Could be the offlaner.
It probably is actually.
Yeah, I suppose if it's an offlane puck, TongFu could try to do something sneaky and do a solo safe lane TA.
That shit's terrible.
Yeah. I guess it depends on how confident they are about their TA smashing the puck. It's an interesting play from LGD though. And there's
Ooh.
your Vengeful Spirit.
This
So
is
LGD's
4
turn
minus
to
armor
pick.
heroes, and they're on Dire. Although that weave doesn't work on Roshan, everything else does.
mhm.
So LGD, they need an early aggressive lineup or a heavy team fight lineup, or they need to take down the mid T1, or else TongFu is just gonna get a free Roshan.
Mhm. Yeah, I like this draft. It's interesting. It has a good mix of crowd controls. You've got some slow from Dazzle. You've got your stun from Venge. Of course, your big
10
Ravage there.
seconds remaining.
They have nothing to control the puck though. That's my big concern here.
Yeah.
5
Puck
seconds
control.
remaining.
Silences.
No silences, no instant stuns.
Reserve
No one that can
time.
like really be all up in his face and make him feel threatened. I'd
Mhm.
say. So
Yeah, there's your Viper pick. So LGD will be
Dire
pretty
team
confident in the mid
ban.
lane going up against the TA. It's looking more and more like they'll offlane the puck and then probably a safe lane try with the Mirana Wraith King and whatever they want. Whether it's going to be another support and
it always depends on what
yeah.
TongFu picks last. Though they might aggro try if they pick
10
a weak hero
seconds
like Void
remaining.
or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess that's true. It's hard to
5
say how they'll
seconds
do the
remaining.
side lanes, but
But
either way, it'll
it's
be a
almost
solo puck
certainly-
and then a tri lane.
Almost certainly Viper mid.
Reserve time.
Yeah, I would say so. Unless they get a read that for some reason TA won't be going mid. Of course,
Even if she isn't mid, it's still fine.
ideal to put Viper there. Yeah.
Well,
true.
it's not worth the risk of her actually being mid.
I worry for TongFu a little bit if these tri lanes get matched up, though. Of course, the less heroes will make a big difference, but Mirana Wraith King is just so scary in a try-on-try, especially if LGD gets something like a Visage here to go alongside that. That's a scary tri lane. Ancient Apparition has been banned
Or
out.
SD.
SD just got banned out.
Oh, okay, never mind.
But,
I like SD.
yeah.
The banned Shadow Fiend?
Would've been
Dire
scary.
team
Ooh,
pick.
Are they scared of a mid Shadow Fiend? Off lane tied, safe lane try with TA, mid Shadow Fiend? Viper destroy Shadow Fiend too, so I don't really know why they would be scared of that. So be
Oh, they're good.
LGD.
Bro.
I think they can
turn to
aggro
pick.
try this.
You need to scoot your microphone forward.
Okay.
It's a little,
Is it good?
no, that would be down, not forward.
I can't move it forward.
You get it here. Let me help you out here, pal. Give you the old scoot. There you go. And then bend down. There you go. Something like that. That's a little better. Give us a sound check.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful. I can even turn you down on the board. There we go. Ooh, Slark, the final pick for LGD. So another hero that works very well against TA. Also pretty good against Dro. Pounce in, and once you get up in her face, anybody with a gap closer is good against Dro. And same story with
Prepare for
with
battle.
old
I
Viper.
don't actually
there.
know if he's that great for Stro. He's okay. On paper, like, oh yeah, you just run up there, but at the same time, you gotta figure that silences just destroy a Slark. But
Uh-oh, I'm lagging hard over here.
ain't lagging.
Well, I might have to reconnect because all my
You should
heroes
reconnect.
are just standing
Well,
here.
I don't know what's going on with your thing, but anyways, we see a smoke coming out from the stand-ins, also known as the Dire, also known as TongFu. I still don't know why they didn't tag up. Anyways,
Yeah.
they're actually going towards a small camp. Things are a little bit scary for them. They might run into
Oh,
Rabbit.
no.
They might run into Wraith King. Oh, buddy,
Oh,
somebody's about
no.
to get gushed. DD gets gushed. He gets Venge Sunned. Everyone's right-clicking him. And there's
Applause.
that is wow. What? That's a
Guys.
fiasco, guys.
Who
If-
paused it? Did one of the admins pause it? Or did a team pause? It doesn't say. Oh no, the Wraith King
DD
paused it. Okay.
paused.
And
That is-
I'm having trouble loading back in.
Well,
so this
apparently
is
some of the other people are loading. Is there any way you can get feed from my screen, or is it only your screen?
not on this setup.
Okay,
There's
well,
no-
that is a little unfortunate for
This
our
is
viewers out there.
really unfortunate. Okay,
Oh.
we're in, baby. Woo! All right. So hopefully we're not lagging, but oh, look at this early skirmish. Are we having a remake or are they just
What?
disconnected?
Are you kidding? This
Oh,
would have been
my
first
God.
blood. What the heck? TongFu.
Maybe they're reconnecting. Maybe they're reconnecting. It's not.
No.
Looking, it's not looking.
It's not
good.
looking like it, guys. Okay, well,
Oh my gosh. Well, that's
let's
that's
disconnect.
unfortunate. Okay, I
That's
guess.
unfortunate for TongFu. Okay, let's get back in this game. Well, okay then. That was anticlimactic. I was about to see some bloodshed and then a pause and then no blood.
All right, yeah, I guess we'll cut back to camera here. Holy Toledo! Well, that was a
What?
fail on many sides. You guys basically just saw the Dazzle loading screen, and
It was a server fail mostly.
yeah, but
And LGD, I don't know why they paused it. That was
so is this one of these scenarios though? Like, should TongFu?
they wouldn't have gotten the first blood though. They were kind of chasing the Wraith King, but Wraith King was like a little bit too far away. They reused their slow and their stun.
Yeah, I guess you just have to. I don't know.
And they already wasted their smoke on Dire, but at the same time, Dire had control of that jungle so they can place wards freely. I would definitely say it's Dire's favor.
Yeah.
But
Well, so I mean, we have no idea what they're saying, but is this one of these games where they're going to try to mimic it? Do you think
I
they're
don't
going to
think
burn
so.
the smoke,
No,
or is
no,
it
no,
just
no.
going to
There's-
just reset and
there's too
you get a
many
freebie?
variables.
So okay. So
The
Dire,
element of surprise is not there, so it's not worth smoking.
right. So Dire will get to save a smoke, and well, I guess that's kind of about it. No first blood. Maybe
No first
maybe there will
blood.
still be a level 1 skirmish. You never know.
Yeah. So I think what this means for LGD though is that, or for TongFu rather, they'll know that they're safe lane tri laning, which is I guess of decent importance. But that's pretty much only information that you can glean from that if
Mhm.
you're either team. You don't know if TongFu is actually going to be aggro trying because they
Yeah.
could easily just rotate. It's very common for people to
Right.
smoke.
Well,
in
and
the
now
jungle.
that they have that intel, maybe LGD will try to switch it up a little bit. Try and catch
no,
them
no,
off guard.
LGD doesn't know. LGD
Or,
doesn't know.
or rather,
TongFu,
TongFu, yeah.
So
Sorry,
that's the only thing that might change, and you don't actually know if they were planning on aggressive in the first place. So, well, that's the only thing about that pause. No
Mhm.
blood, no bloodshed. I will shed some tears for that.
Yeah, I don't know. They're speaking in Chinese characters. This is where we need Roland here to translate for us. So
Well, we got it ready.
so you're ready from us. I was just about to say maybe we should cut back to the splash, but if we're about to start now, we can power on through. How have the games you've
maybe
watched so
maybe it
far,
was because they
Merlin?
didn't ticket or they didn't tag up.
Ah,
That would be really stupid because when you start the game,
Maybe.
it says one team has not tagged up.
It
So
does. It actually says
It
that.
actually says that.
Oh,
If it's a ticketed game.
oh yeah. I honestly don't know. Like our biggest bottleneck is not being able to read what they're saying, so I haven't a clue what's going on. But we are reloading the game, so
Just use
Alright.
infer what's going on.
in
Context.
in for the context clues of all the
Context
Chinese.
clues, man.
Come on, Ben Wu. Don't you know you're Chinese?
I'm trying to help you improve your context clues, man.
You're trying to help me my
Can't you tell by his
context
tone,
clues.
by the length of his sentences,
We should have just asked Valot. I'm sure he knows.
by the rapidness
The-
of his
The rapidness.
well, I was gonna say
Rapidity?
in Spanish it's rapido, and I was
Rapido?
like, no one would know what the heck rapido is. So then I had to change my
What is the noun form of rapid? Is it
swift. You can just say swiftness, but it's not
swiftness.
the swiftness of their banter. Context clues, man. Come on.
The swiftness of their banter. Okay, they were speaking to each other very quickly with a lot of characters.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't even know. Is one symbol in Chinese, is that a string of words or is that just a singleton word?
It's a singleton word.
It is.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Always,
it can be
or-
a phrase.
So one symbol could be a phrase.
It can mean like.
Do they separate sentences with the symbols? Like, there's no periods
There
in
are
Chinese, right?
periods.
There are.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're educating me right now.
There are periods.
Okay.
Context clues, man.
Context. So these are important clues.
They could
So-
separate it by enters too. And
By
just,
enters?
Just like
Oh.
say it in different lines. You don't know.
Okay. Yeah. You're right. I don't know.
Or it just might be an internet and people just don't punctuate.
That's another possibility. This game is still not really loaded. We're stuck on the draft screen.
It's okay, dude. It'll
I hope so.
relax.
Battle begins in 5 seconds. I hope.
I don't know what's going on. Okay,
Oh,
are we,
there we go. Okay, so we've got a game on our hands.
we good?
We good. We good. Everybody, calm down now. Pump the brakes. Put your picnic blankets away. Oh
Prepare.
You
yeah.
should put your
For battle.
picnic blankets on.
Put those picnic blankets on. You missed the first blood, guys. It's
They
Picnic
didn't. No
all
one
over.
missed the first blood.
well, we missed the potential first blood. The viewers missed the heat of the moment excitement. The moment of truth. Is
I was
there
really
Swiddles?
excited.
Oh,
There are smokes
No,
again.
it's a wrecking
But
ball.
see, now TongFu plays differently. They don't invade their trial lane, and now LGD's in a different positioning. So I don't really think it benefits either side. But
No, I don't. I don't think there's a clear benefactor, but it is an interesting
30
wrench in the mix.
seconds to
It
battle.
looks like LGD might actually switch it up a little bit if they were going to safe lane try. Slark is stationed down there. No, I guess they were going to put Slark down there anyway. Okay, puck
but
heading
what
towards
is
the top.
DD doing first? That is the big question. Is he gonna try and put some pressure on the TA, which I don't really think is very useful because Viper can pressure him anyways? Is he waiting to D-ward? What exactly is he doing? Anyways, introducing LGD Gaming. We have Yao on the offlane puck, DD and
battle
DDC making up the
begins.
support duo on Wraith King and Mirana respectively. Lin on the solo mid Viper and Rabbit, also known as Xiaotuji, on the Slark. Safe lane.
Yes.
So look at these
indeed.
cheapy plays from Mr. TongFu.
Mm-hmm. On the dire side, we do have Team TongFu Kabu playing on the Vengeful Spirit, hiding in the trees here. Mr. Liu Gao. Who is that? Is that a silly tag or is that his actual name?
Well, apparently this is his actual name.
All
now.
right, Mr. Liukiao will be playing on the Dazzle here. They'll be joined by Sorry Fox playing on the Tide. It will be an aggressive try. U9 playing on the Templar Assassin in the mid lane, and it will be Zhao LV here on the Dro Ranger. So we'll see how this fares.
Oh.
Arrow chucks through, flies right through the secret shop, but doesn't connect with the soul. It does scout out the supports though, and the jig is up, as they say.
Nice play from DDC there. It's not like they can really kill the Slark unless he pounces in. But anyways, nice one from him.
At least it scouts it out though.
So this
That's
Puck
something.
versus Drow Ranger lane, this is actually the matchup that we saw in.
Vengeful Spirit. That's your first blood. Rabbit will secure it as he pounces forward. Now they'll turn their sights onto the Tide and the Dazzle. It is a 2v3. Anchor Smash coming in to soften him up a bit. DDC on the run, getting smacked by the Dazzle. He's only level 1, no leap available. Tide will
Damn.
take him down, but they'll stun up the Dazzle, and this is looking like it could be another kill. A Shallow Grave comes out. He'll stay alive for now, but it may only buy him a few seconds. Gets off the heel. Anchor Smash helps slow things down. Arrow will fly through as the Mirana responds and TP's back in. Pounce connects onto Sorry Fox. He'll get leashed, and this is one tanky watermelon here. He's got that point in Kraken, and they won't be able to bring him down. He'll just walk back to the tower. His two supports will TP in, and this could be the never-ending team fight. Even the creeps have joined him in this forest now. And Cabu looking for the initiation with the magic missile. Dazzle will harass back the Wraith King, but that's where this fight will end.
LGD did right to back off there. They don't have any mana left on the Wraith King. They would have tanked like 6 creeps right there too. With Dazzle Wave, that would have been an easy kill. So nice play by them in the mid lane. 5-5 on the Viper, 5-3 on TA. So not dominating as hard as he should. Top lane, this Puck versus Drow. This is what we saw in the last game of Liquid versus NAR, and Drow just dominated. She has way higher damage with with precision aura, a very long lane to chase, and a gust in case he wants to try and orb phase out. So it's overall a very good lane for Drow Ranger.
Yeah, anybody with a silence is pretty good against Puck, but everything else you mentioned there definitely adds fuel to the fire. I'm more surprised at how even this mid lane is. Viper as well as TA tied up in terms of last hits. Viper has a few more denies, but he should really be smashing this TA a lot harder than he is.
This is probably the hardest counter to TA.
Yep. And next to Bat Rider, I would say. I guess you have to be a good Bat. But
Viper's better than Bat.
I guess there's a ease of execution. Last time I saw Bat Rider TA, it was just so one-sided. It's forever burned in my memory, I think.
That was S4 Bat.
Yeah, that's true. That wasn't S4 Bat, so fair enough. Down bottom, though, Rabbit, he's kind of in no man's land. We'll take a Gush, leaps away, and we'll take a Magic Missile now. They'll try to line it up. They'll surround him and look for that Shadow Wave nuke. They'll do a fair bit of damage. Rabbit's still trying to kite around.
Easy 180 juke.
And there you go. Gush enough to finish him off. Meanwhile, up top, the Radiant supports rotate in, and they catch the Drow Ranger.
That's a much better kill for LGD than for TongFu. Because Drow's, like, she's so weak early, and she can't really contribute anything when she's under farm, but Slark still has Shadow Dance, so he can still actually do a little bit of damage even though he's maybe under farmed.
Yeah, and Slark, he just has more flexibility, especially with the Dark Pact as well. He's just so much more mobile. Dro, she needs that momentum. If she gets shut down early, her recovery is much more difficult than the Slark. They also peak at different times, so it is apples to oranges.
And also, top lane should be lost by the Puck, so if they can actually kill Drow a few times, he might actually win that lane, whereas Slark's not supposed to win bottom anyways.
Yeah. And now this top lane is actually just about
They
dead
need,
even.
they need a TP in. They can't let this Drow out to die again. The supports are just going to close in. What?
Oh, this is such an easy kill.
that's too
Right fire
late.
blast into Arrow. The TP won't even make it. She'll go down. And wow, he doesn't cancel it. Dazzle comes in. Now he's stuck all by his lonesome against 3. Phase shift from Yao as he's tanking the tower shots, manages to get off the grave, but there's no support inbound. No other TPs. It'll buy him a few seconds, but that one right click from Mirana will bring him down. That makes it 5-2 here. LGD with some serious early momentum.
Well, I think he thought that it was a 3-second TP, and then when he realized he didn't, he's like, wait, well, I just sat here for 6 seconds, and I'm not going to TP in. Okay, I'll do it, and then he just died. So he should have just canceled. Drow should not have TP back. And that, I mean, Drow is great in a one-on-one, but 3-on-1, she is terrible, and they are smoked up. They're actually going for another kill. Wraith King does have enough mana, and he's actually trying to scout out. But now Drow Ranger is playing a lot more safely, which she should be. This is how you should have played after the first death, not the second.
Yeah, Dro will play defensive, but little do they know, it's U9 that's the target of choice. They'll go straight onto the TA. He does have himself positioned well on the south side of the tower, not giving them the easy opening that they're looking for, and it looks like they may
don't
try
need
and
a gank TA.
switch it up. Maybe they'll go back top. Viper starting to pull ahead a little bit here. Even just the threat of them off the map has forced U9 back. He's not CSing as much as he once was, and yeah, their smoke will expire. They'll rotate around, and KaBu, he's coming around the backside. The way the Terror will be off the mark, but he gets stunned up, takes an arrow, and it's a turnaround. LGD, they capitalize, and oh, what a disaster for the Vengeful Spirit.
I don't know why LGD is focusing so much on the TA middle. They don't need to. If Viper gets ganked in a 1-on-2, he still doesn't die. Because they can just kite the TA. So I think he should just be playing like super aggressively, like up past the creep wave and just zoning out the TA, and then just let the LGD supports go wherever they want. If he really wants to play defensively in the mid, they can wrap around in tower if they want to kill him. If they decide to play aggressively, they can just come in and counter gank, or preferably they kill Drow Ranger multiple times on top lane.
Well, looks like they'll go for the Viper once again. They are stationed about the high ground here. This is a Radiant Observer, so TI hasn't scattered it out as we see here. He goes way too far forward, manages to get off the refraction, but still gets stunned up. They'll start chipping him down. TP comes in from the Dazzle. That'll be enough for him to repel. Now KaBu comes in from the high ground. Will throw out a stun on the DD. He's just fine for now. Only level 4, so no reincarnation. They will secure the regeneration rune up top. TA bottles it up, and that's where this little skirmish will end here. And those are power treads now delivered onto U9's Templar Assassin.
Poor Slark on bottom lane, not faring easy versus Tidehunter. 29 and 8 on the Tidehunter. Slark with about half the last hits of him, and Tidehunter should dominate this lane.
Oh yeah, Anchor Smash is just so potent against those melees. Slark TP's top though. They find the Dazzle. He gets off the grave, but again, it's just going to buy him a few seconds. The follow-up won't be there to keep him alive. Dazzle will go down. The arrow is off the mark, but it doesn't matter. LGD get another one up on the scoreboard. They've been picking on these supports, but 7-2 is no laughing matter.
Bottom looks like she's going to go around, maybe trying to lay him as a reward so they can keep continually pressuring the Drow Ranger. This might even be time for a lane swap for Drow to just be dumped middle with a safe Observer ward, maybe some traps. DDC.
Oh, nice disjoint with that leap. Won't get hit by the magic missile.
That's a far ward placed in the back, too. It's very far.
Let's look at the vision that it gives. It does get pinged out, and yeah, the vision stops right about here. So Tide TP's in, but they actually aren't privy to it. So yeah, kind of an odd ward placement. It will get countered by KaBu anyhow. So failed effort there from the Mirana.
This tower is dunzo, though. The problem is, or the question is, can they actually get killed defending it?
Yep. Yeah, he's trying to chip away at it. Does have himself some phase boots, so those right clicks actually a little more potent than usual. He'll try and time it here on top of the siege creep. Won't be successful. Drow does secure herself a tower deny, but this is a 4-hero squad up here, a 3-hero rotation to join the Drow. They secure the deny, but won't find any follow-up. Already LGD with their sights set on the mid-hero. Dream Coil comes out onto U9. There's your Viper Strike. Rabbit coming in, and yeah, no way TL survived that one. Again, Dazzle TP's in, but he's the lone defender. Gets off the grave. Will it be enough? Sorry, Fox. Ravage ready. They'll be able to grab a kill on the Viper. Dazzle, I think, is slated to fall anyhow. Yeah, sure is, thanks to the poison of the Viper. There's your Ravage. Solo on the Slark. Has already used the Shadow Dance, and will use his pounce as well. Looks like he'll be okay for now. Takes a gush to the face. Now gets stunned by the magic missile, and will pounce away just in the nick of time. Double digits of hit points. Haste rune on Sorry Fox. Won't use it to pursue. Just heads back to safety.
That was a nice play by Tidehunter. He tried to block the pounce on to the low ground, and he did it successfully, and Slark almost died as a result. Had Vengeful Spirit had a magic stick or boots or anything that would have given her like 5 mana, she would have killed her. Killed him, rather.
Yeah. And we see another line on the map here. DD looks like he wants to rotate towards the mid lane. It's just non-stop rotating from LGD. They've picked up a 3,000 gold and experience edge already in this game. Viper, the leader in the last hits. All 3 of their lanes, the core heroes farming reasonably well, but LGD just getting so much more out of this. And of course, all of these ganks on the supports really helping out. Look at the supports on net worth. Both of them in the triple digits for TongFu, and LGD's starting to run away a little bit. Even a level discrepancy across those heroes as well. Wraith King finally level 6. So of course, reincarnation now on the field.
I think it's all about the big bad Tidehunter turning this game around, I think, for them. He gets big ravages. Oh.
Well, looks like they go on him here. He doesn't have a Ravage available. Glyph has been popped, and now this Tier 1 tower in the mid lane will be under heavy pressure. Drow up top is chipping away at that Tier 1, but won't be able to take it down particularly fast. LGD could possibly push this than TP top, except they don't have any TP scrolls, so that strategy can be taken off the docket. It will be Wraith King to hop up top. He'll keep that tower alive, and well, we may see a fight actually break out here in the mid lane. Or maybe not.
I don't think they should leave Dro unchecked on top, unless they get like an easy free tower. Maybe that's what they were hoping for when they were going mid, but a lot of stiff resistance with Tidehunter there, and a lot of psionic traps slowing their retreat and putting them in a pretty vulnerable position. But once Sorry Fox gets his Blink Dagger, I think they'll be in an okay position until I don't know. They need way more farm on Drow though. Like, sure, the Blink Dagger on Tidehunter is nice, but they're gonna win because of a farm Drow, not really because of farm TA, because TA will just get kited and just constantly ganked all day.
Speaking of TA, she's getting ganked once again. The Dream Coil ready to rock and roll. Will connect on 2, and that's an easy double kill for Yao's Puck. And they'll also get the tower kill in return. Great gank coming out from LGD. And
Yao's been doing a really good job controlling the Dazzle. He like almost always waits for him to try and grave and then anticipates and always
Dire's
silences
middle
him.
tower is
Oh,
under
but going to
attack.
Zhao in the top lane. Wraithfire Blast to start it off. Mirana's arrow coming in. He'll walk right into it. That's a 5-second stun. Orb makes it a 3rd kill for Puck. Now DDC taking some tower shots, but the Vengeful Spirit just gets dropped as she TPs in. She's only level 4 and just so darn squishy. That's a 4-for-0 trade for LGD across the map.
Dire's middle tower
And a
is
mid
under
tier one.
attack.
So now map control definitely in LGD's favor, and the place that a TongFu can farm is really small right now. They can't farm this T2, so they're really farming what, like maybe like here? That's a pretty limited 11 minutes into the game, and Drow Ranger needs farm. Look at her items right now, just Bassy power treads. A couple of GG branches and tangles and TP scroll, but those are all irrelevant.
Yeah, I mean, it's not much. Not enough for Dro to be particularly scary nor particularly tanky.
But Tide has his blink.
Yeah, especially with the slow from Viper, Puck's gap closer with the orb, and he'll have a blink before too long. Oh, scratch that. He's got it already, and Slark with the pounce. They have plenty of ways to hop on top of that.
And just
Dro.
Wraith can just straight up running
Yeah,
to him.
that too. Can't cross that off. But yeah, Tide with the Ravage ready. Does have himself a Blink Dagger. Arrow into the Roche Pit. Scouts it out. They're suspicious of what's happening here. And
They know.
TongFu will smoke in. They still figure it out. Gets pinged out. Slark
That
sends in a
thing
couple
is
of
dropping
illusions.
fast, though. It's already at half HP. They have to go
Dire's top
about,
tower is
like,
under attack.
3
Now.
seconds from now.
All that minus armor. They may get there in time. Rabbit going straight in. Arrow will fly. Actually hits Roche. Not ideal. Roche will fall to the Radiant. Slark picks up the Aegis. It's a complete steal. Double kill for Puck. There's your Ravage from the Tide, but there's just no follow-up damage. TongFu about to get completely wiped. It's a 5-for-0. GG, well played. 12 minutes, 18-3. It is the most one-sided game I think we've seen today.
That might be the fastest one.
Yep.
Straight up stomp from LGD.
The only game I got to cast, also the fastest.
Well, that Drow Ranger is just poor unless you really know how to play her and really know how to protect her. They did not do a good job of protecting her. TA was picked too early. Viper, hard counter to TA, I'd say. Just one of the hardest counters in the game. And bottom lane went decently for them. It was okay. That was about it. But Dazzle just got completely shut down. Those like YOLO TPs by himself were a little questionable.
Yeah, for sure. There were quite a few plays from TongFu where it just seemed like there wasn't much team cohesion. Like you mentioned, Dazzle TPing in, especially that one up top where Dro had already ported in, so it was that long TP. He gets there after Dro's already dead, just completely wasted. At the end, we saw Venge do it. Just ports in and just gets rocked, you know?
But I think it was a very smart decision for LGD to rotate their 2 supports off from the safe lane to put pressure on the other 2. Like,
Yeah,
if they didn't do that, then I think mid lane was actually kind of a wash. Top lane would have been won by Drow, and bottom lane would have been won by TongFu. So they would have won 2 out of 3 lanes had LGD not changed.
Yeah, I think you're right. And Slark is in a unique position to kind of go blow for blow with the Tide, find that recovery with his elusive abilities, and that Mirana Wraith King duo, man, they did some serious work. Wraith King ended that game 3-0
Dynamic duo.
6, and the dynamic duo, not dubious, but dynamic, and boy, were they so. They lived up to their name, and easy peasy. Puck, though, Yao was really making the plays.
Yeah,
8-0
he really
and 7. He didn't die to the Dro, which is really important. Maybe got out-farmed a little bit, but a little bit of rotation is the lane. He picked up that momentum. He had a nice early Blink Dagger. and-
Controlled Dazzle so well.
Yeah, really did. And
Well played.
I don't think there's too much else to say.
Well,
Yeah, in
I
12
mean,
minutes
this
only.
will add to LGD's score. I think that's the most important part. TongFu, they aren't strong enough. Even if they were to get 4th, I don't think they'll advance. So we'll just scratch them off the list of the 10. And LGD, they are 4-0 right now. Very good position to secure first.
They are number
probably
1. HGT are
yeah.
4-1 right now, so LGD has not played quite as many games, but they're still in that number 1 position. I believe they are the team, one of the teams that is playing in the very last match. Yeah, they had the LGD versus Speed Gaming. No. Oh, maybe not. Okay, I was mistaken. They don't have any more games tonight.
There
But,
will be a couple more games though, although this is
not on this
This will-
channel, I don't think.
Mhm.
I'm still not positive. The High Ground TV guys we're talking
They
about
might
maybe coming
switch.
up here. It's a little more comfortable.
there's only
and
2
then-
games left though.
Yeah.
There are other games going on right now. Right
Yeah.
now we do have all 3 other games. New Element versus HGT, probably the most exciting game. Check that out on one of the other streams. We have Arenda versus CIS and Dreamtime versus Speed. So pretty much you want to watch New Element versus HGT.
And believe it or not, that's actually on the lounge stream. So that's going to be your BTS3 with a bunch of sleepy casters yelling at each other. So that'll be a lot of fun.
They might be swapping. Who knows? It might.
You never know. Yeah,
check it out,
Things
guys.
are getting a little crazy here. But thank you for joining us here for the Chinese qualifiers for TI from the NA Hub, presented by Monster. We're done up here on BTS2. I'm not Merlini. I'm Zayori. That guy's Merlini. And we're done for the day. So take care, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow. Day 2.
Enjoy the other games.
Yeah, enjoy the other games, and take care, guys.